Go.
Hey, hi, welcome back. So, we have our chicken stewing here in the mojo marinade that we made earlier.
Crock pot.
I wish you could totally smell this. It is amazing. Now we're going to start to make our black beans and rice to go with this. So I've already chopped up the onion because you've seen that before. I've got everything kind of out and ready to go. I have a can of black beans that are already pre-rinsed. I just rinsed these. So in the past, when I was still dating my wife, she used to actually soak the beans. That was obviously before we had kids. And if you soak the beans with a piece of kombu seaweed, again, that's kombu, it helps break down the sugar in the beans that we can't break down that give us gas. So the beans become less gaseous. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some of the enzymes that you find in that product called Beano, or that are in some of our digestive enzymes that I give to some of you in the office. We're going to actually add that and see if we can't actually, again, see if it works to take some of the gas out effects of the beans. So, we're going to get the rice started first. I have a cup of water. Okay, and then we're going to do a cup of the chicken stock because it makes the rice so much more flavorful. Okay, and that will of course be to one dry cup of rice. You get this started, cover it. When that starts to come up to boil, then we will add the dry rice, which we have here. Let me make sure I have enough in this container. I do not. So we will pour some of that in just a little bit. So we have our pre-chopped onion. I've added some olive oil to the pan. Don't worry, we're not really frying this. Okay, where you're just heating it. Okay, we're going to get the onions in here. Now, for those of you who can't have nightshades and have peppers, I highly recommend doing this same recipe, but choose 4 different types of peppers that you like. You can have some sweet peppers with some hot peppers with some spicy peppers, the kind of peppers you like. Chop up 4 of them and add it just like I added the onion. You're going to start sauteing it, get the onion, get the oil up to heat, saute them until they get just a little bit of soft, and then add your beans. Okay, so I'm going to get the onions going now, and we'll add the beans when those start to get a little glassy. We are going
Glassy, not gassy.
yeah. We are going to use a little red wine vinegar, and we're going to need that cumin that we used before. Okay, so these are doing their thing. While we're doing so, the chicken, now I'm not sure if you have a meat thermometer or not. Technically, if you're cooking chicken, you want it to get to an internal temperature of 165 to be completely 100% safe that you killed all the bacteria. If you're cooking for a really long time, that can be a challenge, but again, you want to take a look, you want to really, for safety's sake, get to 165 degrees. All right, these onions are starting to simmer. Awesome. Okay, keep the camera on those. You get a little rice here. All right.
Big bag of rice.
Okay. Now, once these get a little glassy, okay, just got a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah, that smells nice. That definitely that smells really good.
All right, those are looking good. Okay, let's add these beans.
That top of that container is almost as sharp as a knife.
Yep, careful with that. There we go. All right.
Those beans.
We add a little bit of the vinegar. Okay. Now, I typically, when I was making this with peppers, I would usually add the vinegar late. I would actually really let it cook down with the peppers for, probably a good 10 to 15 minutes. And you actually have a whole lot of fluid that you can kind of cook down and let it thicken. Again, when you're doing it with the peppers, that's more so. Well, but even so, I just added our cumin, nice dash, you can really smell it. We turn the heat down, and we are going to cover it and just let this go. Oh, and I actually forgot to add, hold on, let's add those digestive enzymes like I mentioned. Let's see. I'm going to do 2 caps of that Similase BV.
Well, what is SBV mean?
Similase is the name of the digestive enzyme, and BV is for beans and vegetables, because it has that enzyme in it, which should help break this down. Okay. Cover that, and we are good. All right, let's stop it for a second while I get some more rice.